And welcome back to Forge by Geeks. We just got hunting a rather aggressive level 1 screaming antelope.
Yeah.
We ran into a couple things we weren't expecting, and the hunt was pretty devastating at parts too, but we made it out alive. A little unsurprising given our gear grid, so I can't complain too much.
Yeah.
So we came back with, as you can see, a decent amount of resources. We're
Quite a lot, actually.
Yeah. We're one pelt short of where we would have preferred to be, but we didn't get the second large tooth either, so it wouldn't have helped us. I think we're pretty satisfied with that haul overall. So, as always, please check out Defense Grid, the board game. If you are willing to do so and are interested in the board game, we highly recommend you go to the link I just provided. It goes to our Facebook page. There you can sign up to be notified on Facebook when we kick off our Kickstarter in mid-January. And for those that aren't aware, we will also be at PAX South 2017 in late January, where you'll be able to play the game. We will have maybe not all of the minis with the small run produced yet, but we'll have most of the minis, just a small run in resin and metal for you to check out. So
Nice.
Hopefully that'll go well. Other than that, I think we're good to go with our settlement phase.
Yeah.
What happened to the priority target? I think I put it back. Yep. Okay, so set up the settlement. We've mostly already done that.
We should set up the settlement locations.
Oh, right. So this is something we don't always do when we're actually on the stream. But it can be peeled up an edge on one by accident. So I believe we have the organ grinder.
Yes.
We also have,
Yes, we always play Kingdom Death Monster at 6 p.m. on Saturdays, barring when we're at a convention or something, so it's almost every Saturday.
Yeah, and the videos go up on YouTube within 48 hours. We usually try to upload them immediately after the game, but then I have to set all the tags, descriptions, everything like that, and we're talking like 12 gigs of upload, so it can take a little while. In addition, if we do go to like conventions and stuff, we will do a double session the week before, so you get twice the fun.
Yes.
For those who are just tuning in, this is I forgot to mention this, we're airing this during the start of the Kickstarter for Kingdom Death 1.5. As a result, we're going to be explaining stuff in a lot more detail than we usually do. One of the things that actually brought this to mind was we are playing a version of the game called the People of the Stars campaign. To play this, you have to have the Dragon King expansion. It changes...
Which was just announced to be reprinted as part of the Kickstarter today.
Yep,
so that, if you are a Kingdom Death Monster fan and you were like, man, I want that Dragon King expansion, and you were thinking about like buying it on eBay if it's even still available on eBay, you can now get it at the Kickstarter if you want to do that.
Yeah.
That is a possibility.
But so what the Dragon King expansion does if you play the People of the Stars campaign is it replaces a couple of what are called nemesis mobs, the really hard fights, and then in addition to that, it replaces a few other mechanics and story stuff. One of the key ones is normally you have a settlement location called the Lantern Horde, which you can use to do various basic things.
Mostly innovate.
Yeah. It replaces it with the Throne. The Throne is basically the giant dragon that the Tyrant lives in, for all intents and purposes, and you can sacrifice characters to him in order to get stuff. In addition, you have this concept of constellations. Think of it as stat bingo. You have a chart of 4x4 stats. It's a little hard to show because we don't have the official sheets, but you try to get lines like bingo on it. If you get a line, you get one of 8 possible constellations. We're playing a little blind on the constellations. We're going for them, but we don't know what they are. But you have to get various things on your character. Some are fighting arts. If you send somebody to meet the Tyrant and at the Throne, you might get a scar, which is one of the things you need. So it can be really, really, really involved. Thank you for checking out the Kickstarter as well.
I love this expansion. I think it's awesome.
Oh, yeah, we're having a ton of fun.
You cannot get multiple constellations.
No. Once you get one, you're done.
Yeah, and if you get 2 at the same time, you can pick which one you want.
Yeah, that actually is not uncommon to happen because usually there's one really hard thing to get.
Yeah.
If you want to see more about the constellations, check out our planning video for the Settlement 3.1 planning video. We talk a little bit more about the constellations, and we talk about what we're doing to try to get them. We're not being very successful yet, but we're working on it. We also have the Skinnery, which lets us make the rawhide stuff. We have the Bonesmith, which basic stuff.
And the Caterium.
Okay, we don't have the stone circle yet?
No.
Okay, no weapon crafter, blacksmith, any of that crap.
Nope.
Barber, no.
Nope.
Okay, so those are our locations that we have right now. So, survivors return? Yay!
They heal all locations.
Now, technically, do we still have our gear on these survivors? That's
Yes.
important in case I gain a fighting
Yes. You do not technically reset the gear grids.
art. Okay. Let me check this briefly. Okay. So, one of the things we do on the stream, normally most people just use a die for this, but it doesn't really show up well. So, now we go to gain endeavors. Traditionally, you get 1 endeavor per returning survivor that's lived. Do we have any bonuses for endeavors coming back?
No, because we pretty much don't get bonuses for endeavors. The thing is that the way that the Dragon King campaign works, usually when you gain understanding or courage up to the 3rd level, you gain an ability. One of which is like Tinker, I think, is whenever you're a returning survivor, you gain an additional endeavor. All of that has been replaced to be reskinned for the Dragon King campaign.
Yeah.
So you never get a Tinker ability or anything which would manipulate those. So no, right now we don't have anything that manipulates the number of endeavors.
So we use these tokens to track our endeavors. We find that really easy for the stream. But once again, most people just use a die, and that works really well. These are actually used for, is it the Lion Knight?
No, it's the hand.
Oh, the hand. The hand has these things. I don't want to spoil much, other than to say you need these to track some of what happens in his fight, and there's 4 colors of them. Okay, so now we draw the settlement card. And you're doing this game. No, you've been doing it. It's your turn. I did it last one.
I don't want to be responsible for what happened. It's gonna be bad.
It's almost always bad.
It's gonna be
now,
terrible.
who was it? There was somebody saying we're going to draw Clinging Miss.
Yeah, that would be funny, but not funny.
No, I don't think we need another New Game Plus yet.
We could just depart for another hunt immediately. That's another option.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I didn't know you could bypass that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do not require to get a New Game Plus.
Dun dun dun!
Open Maw.
That sounds appropriate.
This is dumb. A large stone face slowly opens its mouth. Survivors prove their bravery by running into it. Thankfully, it does not look required. Lingering effect, because this, I've got to say, the survivors are pretty fucking stupid.
Not as stupid as our double-eyed, blind, missing both arms, afraid of the dark guy.
That guy wasn't stupid. That guy was sorry. Anyways, brave the maw. Roll any number of D10 and add the results. This is an endeavor. If you roll any doubles, the maw snaps shut, leaving you trapped in the darkness. You are dead, and no one else may endeavor here this year. 1 through 7, with a sickening grinding sound, the mouth bites you, suffer the dismembered leg severe injury. 8 through 15, if you have 3+ courage, you may roll again using 1 more D10. 16 through 22, you brave the darkness of the mouth for just a moment before bolting to safety, gain +2 courage. 23 to 31, gain +2 courage and 2 random vermin resources. 32 to 39, gain the lantern sword gear. If possible, you must be a departing survivor this year. 40+, you reach the end and return Iron Will. You cannot be knocked down. Reduce all knockback you suffer to knockback 1.
Wow. So Never Knows wants us to run into it. I love the triathlon of death. And, I'm just saying Never Knows. This is for you recommending murder.
Murder? Like, seriously?
That's a dick move.
We've never seen this one before, though.
No, we haven't. So I think given our birth rate in this one, I might run somebody in.
Yeah.
That lantern sword is really appealing. So if you roll any doubles, what was it? If you roll any doubles, you die.
Yes.
Okay. So there is a significant risk.
Yes.
Okay, we don't have to do this right away. It's an endeavor thing. We will be doing that during the develop phase. So you don't actually, if there's any endeavors on these, you never do them right away. That's something you can do during develop.
Oh, it refreshes the endeavor, though, if we trigger it.
So we moved to update death count. No one died.
Yes.
We moved to update timeline.
You're now at Lantern Year 3, and you need to print me out a new settlement sheet.
Yeah, I do. So, what happens in Lantern Year 3? Nothing. Even for our special thing?
I am fairly sure that nothing happens, but it would be much easier if I had been able to fill it out. No, nothing happens.
Okay, so now we move on to develop. So, one of the top priorities of every campaign here, and it should be, is you need to innovate.
Yes.
So what that means is you need to spend one endeavor.
I could totally go for a sandwich.
Put a sandwich in? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, we should get that for dinner.
Yeah.
Probably hit one of our favorite restaurants by the theater.
Yeah.
Called BJ's. Seriously, the restaurant's called BJ's.
So am I also drawing from the innovation deck?
No, I've been doing that.
Okay.
I handle that. Okay, so first thing we need to do, get rid of a monster bone, or a bone, a hide, and we need an organ. I don't think we care about the bladder.
The bladder could be used to make the blood paint.
Ooh.
If we wanted to do that.
But the only other organ we have is love juice.
Yeah, we're not using the love juice. I'm double checking to make sure that we don't have... No, we don't have any other things, so we'd have to use the bladder.
Now, what makes the stone circle?
3 organs. We ain't doing
Yeah, we're not making the stone, which means we can't finish your armor.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Son of a bitch. Oh, that sucks.
Yep.
Oh, that sucks. We got the shit and we can't make it. Okay, so the bladder's going bye-bye.
Okay.
So we got rid of a bone, a hide, and an organ in order to do an innovate.
Yes.
Now, how innovate works is you shuffle the available innovations. That's really complicated. That's something, honestly...
Basically, there's a branching innovation tree, and based on the innovations that you already have, you build the innovation deck based on
Yeah,
those.
you add some additional cards over time. Our deck, at this point, we've discovered 3 innovations, and we have 9 total cards in the deck. Now, one card that everybody really, really wants to get in general is called Symposium. The reason why is we don't have that yet. As a result, we only get to draw 2 cards and pick one of them to keep as our innovation. If you have Symposium, you get to draw 4 cards and pick one. Other things people look for is just like survival limit increases, gaining the...
survival actions?
Yep, the Encourage, Dash, and Surge.
Well, the Encourage you always get.
Oh, right, sorry. Unless you lose stuff like your jaw.
Well, you didn't have to get a shattered jaw.
Regularly I do, though.
That was a choice.
I like drinking through straws. Okay, so Symposium!
Oh, nice.
I think I know what we're taking.
Yeah.
And then Partnership. So our options here are Symposium, which gives us a survival limit increase of 1 and allows us to draw 4 cards going in the future. But it also adds Symposium consequences to the innovation deck, so the deck will gain additional cards. The other option is Partnership. That would allow us to have 2 survivors become partners, and you start getting a whole bunch of other benefits, and including like strength when adjacent, extra survival, stuff like that.
I like Partnership, but Symposium is so useful.
Yeah. So we will grab Symposium. So we permanently add that. Then Partnership will go back into our existing innovation deck. And then where's our spare innovation cards? Yes, Sideways Monkey seems to really agree with the idea of Symposium.
Symposium consequence. Oh, we get Nightmare Training out of that.
Oh, nice. So now these are what are called Symposium consequences. It has it as a keyword right underneath the main name. And what we do is we just add these into the deck. Now you can only innovate once per lantern year. Of course, there are stuff that can break that rule.
Like the Throne.
Yes. But in general, you only can innovate once per lantern year. So that deck is done until next lantern year. Oh, and since I forgot to do this, since we updated the timeline, that technically advances the lantern year. So I will update on screen. There we go. So we're now lantern year 3.
Okay.
Okay, so what else do we want to do at this point?
There's not that great of a chance of getting Partnership, unfortunately. I mean, we've got
1
a
in 10.
50% chance.
It's a 1 in 10 chance, and we'll draw 4. So 40%.
Yeah, 40% chance. Okay.
Yep. Okay, so I think first thing we want to do is store the stuff we want to keep from the Screaming Antelope. So store 2 pelts and a large flat tooth.
Oh, technically we don't need, but we don't want to spend the love juice. So the 2 pelts and the flat tooth.
Yep. So we'll store those for future lantern year. I don't think we care about the shank bones, so we might be able to use those to make something else. Okay, do we want to try to build another location? We do have enough to build the weapon crafter. We could do the leather worker, but we'd have to lose the love juice.
Yeah, I don't want to lose the love juice.
I would agree. Okay, so do we want to just get the weapon crafter out of the way?
Sure.
Okay, so I will spend the 2 shank bones, the monster bone, and a monster hide, since it takes 3 bones and a hide in order to build us the weapon crafter.
And that also takes an endeavor.
Oh, right, thank you. So we lose our second endeavor. And we have now gained the weapon crafter. Oh, we can create the innovation from this using a bunch of bone, organs, and scrap.
Mm-hmm.
But in the meantime, I'm not sure if there's anything we explicitly want to build off of this right now. But we're doing pretty good on gear.
Yeah, some of these are pretty useful.
We mostly need the scrap smelting off of there eventually.
Yeah, there's also the scrap scavenge can be useful for gaining courage.
Oh, right. And also just getting more lanterns for when we eventually want to make the really cool shit.
Yes, though scrap scavenge, I don't think we can do it now because there's no broken lanterns in the resource deck. I don't think we get them.
Okay, that's fair.
So we wouldn't want to do that right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, do we want to save the love juice or try for our kid right now? We don't have the card to boost our odds.
But we're also not survival of the fittest or protect the young, which means we have a very good chance of having kids.
Okay, let's go for a kid.
Okay.
Who do we want to possibly hand me down from? I have Fuchsia Noble. He can give Noble, which is always useful.
Yeah.
But I do also have Water Moccasin that can give 3 courage. So we could get into the loop.
Yeah, that could be interesting.
There's this loop we discovered in our last session, which
it's off of understanding usually.
Oh, I thought it was courage.
You can do it off of courage too.
Okay, so there's this loop that we discovered just for the People of the Stars campaign by dumb luck, that if you hand down 3 courage, you cause something called the Awake event, or understanding, you cause something called the Wake event, which can cause you to have another kid, which can cause you to hand down 3 courage, and you can basically just...
You can't hand... Well, it depends on how you do it, but
yeah.
Yes, you have to be a little careful. But
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so Water Moccasin will be the male. Okay. And we'll plan to hand down the courage. Okay. Oh, wait, no he's not. He's got destroyed genitals.
Alright then maybe no.
Yeah, that's another thing that can happen. Destroyed genitals. So the best I can do is Noble with the characters I have here.
Okay.
So Noble is, we're talking about constellation effects is what you're trying to hand down, is things that help you get constellations. Once again, this is explicit to the People of the Stars campaign. This is not part of the main game. And the People of the Stars is what you get with the Dragon King, in addition to having a hunt mob that you can add into some games.
So if we went in with Periwinkle, there's a female.
Okay. Does that give you understanding benefit?
Yeah, it gives you understanding.
Okay, and we could possibly get into the loop with that?
It's a different kind of loop.
Okay.
If we hand down courage, we cannot hand down enough courage off of the characters that I have to actually get into a courage loop.
But the understanding can get into a birth loop?
Yes, theoretically.
Okay. Then let's do that character.
So
and then,
Periwinkle?
Yep. And then do we want to just maybe use Fuchsia for the Noble in case we decide to go that route?
Is Fuchsia a girl?
Male.
Fuchsia's male. Okay, then yeah, I guess we can do that. Hopefully we don't roll double ones.
Yes. Okay, I roll these.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
I thought...
No, you roll. That's part of how we switched up. You read the events and I roll.
Okay.
Okay. So we're spending the love juice. This gives us an immediate intimacy. We send in a male and a female, and hope we pop out a kid and they don't die in the process. Okay, and because we have...
We're doing colors.
Yeah, so we're doing colors. If you have any colors you'd like to see us use for naming, we are recording a bunch, and we can add them to the list. Dun dun dun! 1 and 3.
Well, shit.
What's 3?
The child perishes in childbirth, and the female survivor is forever changed. She suffers the destroyed genitals, severe waist injury, and gains a scar.
Well, she got scar. Yay. It's something. Oh.
Not gaining weapon master anytime soon, so that's not going to help that much.
Oh. That sucks.
Yep.
Well, at least we didn't die.
Yep.
Okay.
So that was our third endeavor.
Nope.
Yeah.
That was...
Oh, right, yeah, you're right.
It was Love Juice.
Okay.
So what do we want to do with our last couple endeavors? I think only intimacy is basically all we can.
There's the open maw.
What is that? Oh, right. I want to send somebody in there.
Okay.
Oh, man, this is going to be rough.
You could send in Teal.
Teal's a good choice?
He's a male that, he's boring.
Okay, yeah, he's got nothing. Sounds good to me. I'm thinking 5 dice. What do you think?
Sure, 5 dice.
I'm mainly thinking...
gives us a very high chance of death, but...
I really want the Lantern Sword.
Yeah.
Which, this gives us a pretty high chance of Lantern Sword. It gives us up to 50, so it gives us...
We already have Umber.
Yes. But Burnt Umber is different, but... yeah, I wouldn't know. That'd be confusing. This gives us a little over 2/3 chance of getting the sword, which is really what I want.
Mm-hmm.
Dupe. Got 2 7s.
Okay.
Which is unfortunate, because I would have gotten it.
Uh-huh.
Of course. So I did 24, 29, 35. But 2 7s. And that was an endeavor.
But we gained the endeavor back because Graves, they died during the settlement phase.
Oh.
Plus 1 endeavor.
Okay, I'd like to try one more if you think we have a good one. Or would you rather me not? We had 17, so that'll bring us down to 15 if we lose both.
I guess so.
Okay. Tell me who's going.
Red.
Red? You're sending the red guy. This is like Star Trek.
That's because I'm recognizing that you're gonna fucking die.
You think I'm gonna kill our character?
Yes.
What if I told you I didn't? Oh, wait, shit. Yeah, I did.
I told you. You were gonna fucking die.
I
told you.
I rolled 2 10s.
Uh-huh.
And otherwise, this would have been 29, 34, 41. I wouldn't have gotten what I wanted. But, okay, 2 dead.
Dumbass.
And we get it right back?
Yep.
Okay, let's go try to have kids.
Our chances are pretty shitty, but sure.
Or do we want to craft anything else? I don't think we can. Any more buildings? Or gear? I don't think there's anything we're looking for right now.
No.
Okay, so I'm not seeing anything that we want to craft. We can't do the stone circle. We can't do the skinnery. We don't have any organs at all, do we?
No.
Okay. So, birthing it is. Augury it is.
Yep.
So, augury is an endeavor option that's on the organ grinder. This is the normal way you try to intimacy. Okay, so spending an endeavor.
Hold up. Yeah, we need to figure out who we're going to do it with.
Yep, so Fuchsia Noble can still go in as the male.
We don't get the intimacy, we have to augury.
Oh, right. Who do we want to gain the understanding?
So,
neither of my characters are really close at all.
So, Auburn is going for the 9+ understanding.
Okay, we should do that.
From there.
Okay, so I spent the endeavor to augury. Teal's bravery was legendary.
Yes.
Oh, cerulean.
Yes, cerulean.
Oh, I like that one. 4. Gain a survival.
Gain survival.
we'll do the next one as well.
Yep.
8. Intimacy.
Good. Well, Periwinkle isn't going in. So that was our good character for that. We can technically do an understanding move with Auburn.
Do you want to try it?
Kind of reluctant, because, well...
Let's give it a shot.
I'm gonna screw it up again?
I'll try not to. Okay, and then we'll send in Fuchsia as the male again?
Sure.
Okay, here we go. Never knows. Please, Reg. Aww.
Too late.
Too late. 9 and a 1. So,
9.
I like the ones.
The Tyrant is pleased. +1 population, and choose 1 dragon's inheritance for the newborn survivor.
Understanding.
Do we still save the sheets in an easy to access location? Okay. How did they go?
Are they in that pile there?
No. Those are dead people.
No, there's some other sheets here.
Those
no.
are not the right sheets.
Okay.
These are small sheets.
Golan, you said. Oh, shoot.
What?
Hold on.
What?
Let's see. Oh, shit. Red did not die.
Red didn't die?
And we have an extra endeavor. We could only go in once if a character dies from a double.
Shit.
Thank you very much. This is why we love people on Twitch. Sometimes we get too involved in the streaming and we miss obvious things.
You know what this is?
What?
It's a Red Dead Redemption.
Oh, that's fucking horrible. Oh.
You're welcome.
Oh. Oh. Did you find the character sheets?
No. I'm not finding the character sheets.
Okay, so we'll just record them on the sheet.
But it's complicated.
Oh, I know.
Oh, they're there.
Oh, yay!
We're not where I was expecting them. Okay, so Red is...
Yes, we got an endeavor back! Yay!
Okay. So the survivor is Jade.
Yep.
So we effectively lost a female.
So we'll gain a female.
We lost a male as well, but we'll still gain a female.
Okay.
So she starts with 2 understanding because inheriting it from Auburn.
Yep.
And then because of our graves, all new survivors gain +1 understanding.
Which immediately kicks the Awake event.
Yes.
Okay.
So roll for Awake, 1d10.
Dun dun dun! 4.
Gain a +1 permanent evasion.
Nice.
A random fighting art.
Oh.
And the noble surname.
Nice. Where did the fighting arts go? Ah, I got them. I need your fighting arts. There we go.
Have some fighting arts.
So we tend to keep the fighting art cards by us while we're in combat because it just helps us remember. It can be especially difficult running 2 characters each, or if you're part of the one-player guild on Board Game Geek, which, by the way, I said hi to them. That's pretty awesome. It's can be really difficult, so it's nice to pull out the cards and look. Yeah, we had gotten Endeavor back. Oh, shoot. We had already gotten one back.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you very much. So we lose it again. Oh. No cheating in the game because we fucked up.
Okay.
Okay, so 1 random fighting art.
Yep.
You get Thrill Seeker. Whenever you gain survival during the showdown phase, gain 1 additional.
Wow. I like that.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. Won't complain about that one.
Okay. So there we go.
And I think we're out of stuff.
Yes.
Okay. So for those on Twitch, we're going to keep going and we're going to jump into a Slender Man fight. For those on YouTube, thank you for joining as always. Yeah, Twitch chat, give it Twitch chat giveaway. Please check out our Facebook event for Defense Grid, the board game. If you're looking for more details about what that means, you can go to our Board Game Geek page and check it out. And we'd love to have you do so. Also, this is happening during the Kickstarter for Kingdom Death 1.5. If you haven't already backed it, really, you should go and back it. It's fucking amazing. I hope this helped convince you of that. And if not, please keep asking us questions. We're more than happy to convince you. And thanks everybody for watching. Once again, Twitch, please stick around.